Hello everyone, this is Kai Guo, work at Samsung Electronics, South Korea. Now I'm present of video time-lapse paper. Now let's start. Our paper title is Non-Uniform Video Time-Lapse Method based on motion scenario and stabilization constraint. It is accepted by ICASSP2020 as poster. Video time-lapse becomes popular in mobile devices recently. Usually time-lapse and video stabilization are two independent sequential modules to get final output. However, non-uniform sampling may produce large sampling interval and then result in larger motion. This would beyond the stability of video stabilization and produce unpleasant output. It is necessary to collaborate time-lapse and video stabilization closer so as to get a better output. We have several motivations and observations. First, we want to use minimum frames to represent maximum content and achieve the best stability. And second, user-held camera is shaky in walking and running scenarios and exhibit regular motion patterns. Sampling frames near to the camera stabilized trajectory would be helpful. Third, sampling intervals should not be too large, otherwise it would produce large motion between sampled frames and be out of VS ability. In some scenarios, panning, tripod, there is no obvious motion pattern. We want to set a tunable constraint range for sampling interval to keep the flexibility. The last one, to avoid the fluctuation of sampling, the sampling interval among consecutive frames should be smoothly changed. To fully utilize these observations and motivations, we propose a new time-lapse framework which selects frames not only based on camera motion scenarios, but also refer to the smooth camera trajectory and considering VS ability according to field of view loss constraint. More specific, we introduce an advanced Markov chain model in which smooth camera trajectory FOV loss constraint over VS, camera motion scenario, and sampling interval similarity between consecutive frames are encoded as potential functions. Finally, dynamic programming is employed to find the best non-uniform sampling. The whole algorithm can work in real time during video recording on mobile device. In the proposed advanced Markov chain model with respect to the S frame, the motion scenario M, which is recognized based on the camera global motion, the VS FOV loss amount V, and the smooth camera trajectory S work as observed nodes in the proposed model. The desired sampling label L, indicating the S frame whether its sample is used as a heading node. The joint probability can be written as this formula, where Z is a normalization factor here, N is the total frames number of input video. If current S frame is sampled, Li is set to 1, otherwise it is set as 0. We set I of Li to represent sampling interval on the basis of S frame sampling label Li. It is the skipped frame number from last sampled frame to current frame. If the current frame is skipped, Li becomes 0 and I over Li would be same as last sampled frame. Camera motion magnitude could reflect different motion scenarios as shown in this figure. We use a linear classifier to recognize each frame motion scenario based on frame global motion magnitude. For example, the tripod, standing, walking, running. The tripod scenario is further classified into two scenarios, with locomotion and without locomotion. Based on global motion matching residue, to detect camera panning scenario, we count the consecutive frames with the same motion direction. If the consecutive frames with the same motion direction are more than a threshold, we assume that it is a panning scenario. For each motion scenario, M, a sampling interval range, the minimum and maximum sampling range value is assigned. The sampling interval is decided by the sampling label, which would be uniformly distributed within the assigned interval range. So the potential functions of this motion scenario constraint could be written as this form. It is a kind of uniform distribution. To keep the useful information, the sampling interval in the panning scenario should be very small. Also, in order to keep the stability, the sampling interval in running scenario will be smaller comparing to the standing and walking scenario. Moreover, the static scenario without locomotion uses the highest sampling interval to maximize the compression ratio. To the FOV loss constraint from video stabilization, usually digital VS achieves stability at the expense of FOV loss. The input frame resolution of a VS is larger than the stabilized output, as shown in this figure. VS FOV loss amount VI can be used as a constraint so as to not only avoid the motion between sample frames to go out of the VS compensation ability, but also let the subsequent VS fully utilize the FOV loss amount. Then, the potential function PLV can be written as this, where W is the transformation between ith frame and the last sampled frame. Because zoning data distortion is taken into account, W is the combination of several warping metrics in a scanline by scanline manner. The interval between ith frame and last sampled frame is determined by sampling label Li. D here is the function which measures the distance between the warped coordinates by W and the input frame boundary over Vs, as shown in the figure of last page. Given picture coordinates UV of the output frame and the transformation matrix W, if all transformed coordinates are inside the input frame boundary, D is set to 0. Otherwise, D is calculated as a maximum distance between WUV and the input frame boundary. As D is smaller, the factor PLIVI gives higher probability. In other words, this function encourages the sampling process to use largest sampling interval to achieve the highest stability. Sigma phi is the standard variance to tune the strength of the D. Here is the smooth trajectory constraint. As aforementioned, we want to sample stable frames which are near with the smooth trajectory. Also, for commercialization of all time-lapse algorithms should work in real time. To this end, we first accumulate camera trajectory T from frames global motion vectors. Then the first order IIR filter is employed to get smooth trajectory S. After the Euclidean distance EI is used to measure how far the current S frame is away from the smooth trajectory. This potential function value would be larger as the EI becomes smaller. It means that this function prefers to select frames which are closer with the smooth trajectory. It's encouraged with sample frames very close to this smooth trajectory. It depends on the E's value, frames distance with smooth trajectory. So at last, we have the smoothing sampling constraint. As mentioned, the sampling interval among consecutive frames should be smoothly changed. We define these potential functions which constrains the sampling interval change between successive frames, and it is written as this form. This potential function will return the larger value as sampling interval similarity between successive frames becomes larger. Once all the potential functions are determined, our objective is to maximize this probability so as to infer the best sampling interval for each frame. Because all of these potential functions have exponential forms, the objective can be transformed to minimize the following cost function. Then, the dynamic programming is employed to get the best sampling interval. Based on the recognition results M, camera original trajectory T, camera smooth trajectory S, the assigned sampling interval range, and the total frame number, dynamic programming can be performed in a piece-by-piece manner, where each piece size is maximum sampling interval, and there are 2 stages in each piece. In stage 1, all the frames' cost values are calculated. In stage 2, a frame with minimum cost value is selected as a best sample. Because all of the M, T, S, and minimum and maximum of sampling interval can be estimated with frame-by-frame manner, Sampling the best frames by dynamic programming can be performed in real time. Here is our experiment result. We first justify the effectiveness of adopting motion stereo determined sampling interval and the effectiveness of the constraint of sampling interval similarity. Then we verify the effectiveness of FOV loss constraint. At last, we compare the proposed method with the regular time-lapse method to validate the superiority of our proposed algorithm. We captured 9 test videos for the evaluation. In the first experiment, we apply our algorithm on 3 user-captured short video clips, including walking, running, standing, panning scenarios. The visualization of the time-lapse results are shown in this figure. We can see that our algorithm not only adaptively estimates sampling interval for different motion scenarios, but also generates smooth sampling interval chain, especially during a scenario transition. Then we validate the stabilizing ability of the proposed method by comparing to disabling FOV loss constraint of VS method. And the VS method in the reference 9 is used to stabilize the output. Then interframe transformation fidelity ITF is used to calculate the difference of output videos, which is the average value of PSNR between successive frames. The ITF comparison results on remaining 6 user captured video clips. It can be seen that enabling FOV loss constraint could achieve higher ITF value and thus produce more stabilized video. The video length of our method and these 6 original videos are shown in this figure. We selected 3 videos which are corresponding to walking, running, and panning scenarios respectively. The consecutive frames in each video output are integrated into one image. The integrated frame comparison are shown in figure below. Compared with regular sampling, our time-lapse in walking and running scenarios can generate a sharper image and less ghost artifacts in the integrated image. In panning scenario, our proposed method can keep more meaningful frames, therefore the integrated image of our method is more elegant and reflects more useful structure information. It means that our method can select more stable frames and thus generate more stable and comfortable output. As a conclusion, in this paper, we proposed a real-time or time-lapse method that achieves the meaningful non-uniform sampling based on motion scenario and provides satisfactory stabilizing performance by stable frame selection. Moreover, the proposed method can work in real time during video recording on mobile device. Thus, the actual memory space for original video is saved. This is very useful when users want to capture long videos. In the future, we will develop event and stabilization detection based on time-lapse to extract more meaningful stabilized frames. Thanks very much. Yeah, thanks very much. If you have any questions, please contact me by the email. Thank you.